Everyone, I just want to make this quick video to introduce you all to my new puppy, Ash. He's about 13, 14 weeks. I've had him for a couple of weeks now. He's a silver Labrador. He gets on quite nicely with my Beagle as well. He sees him as a big brother, follows him around everywhere. And yeah, he's a lovely puppy. But yeah, I also wanted to make a little channel update video just to let you guys know that I'm totally done with horror ASM games now. I've been feeling quite depressed with doing my channel and my content. I maybe living in the past a bit too much. I had so much success with Evil Dead the game that I feel like it's hard to let go of this genre because it's that gave me the success on my channel. I covered Dead by Daylight a lot previously. About 4 years ago, I covered DVD for 2 years, and you guys know the story about all that. I didn't really grow a lot from DVD, but Evil Dead, I grew a lot of the audience from there. I reached 15,000 subscribers recently as well, and whether or not that was from, these ASM games or not, there wasn't even like a thing that I could really do to celebrate it because I didn't really feel like celebrating these games. And, I've had people in my comments basically saying my channel fell off, and they might be right about that. I've really tried to keep creating in these games, but ultimately it boils down to popularity of the game. People have lost interest. I've had people saying that they're unsubscribing because they're not interested in ASM games anymore. People are burnt out from the genre with these, lackluster updated games and the ones that just aren't simply getting any type of conviction applied to them, any type of direction. Killer Clowns is a fun game. It's getting some little updates, but the thing is, the game has just had its big update with a new map, and it added some cosmetics, double XP going on right now as well. The game only has like 10 more players than Evil Dead does on Steam, and this is a game that's just come out this year. Evil Dead come out like 2 years ago, so that was just me having an eye opener there of these games, really, and just how stagnant they are, how stale they are, and there's just really no future in this genre. There really isn't. Fair enough, if the next game comes out, it's a Halloween ASM game, I'll check it out. I'm not fully quitting these games by any means, but I want to change my priorities. I feel like we deserve better as a community on this channel. I think we can branch into other things like, Marvel Rivals. I'm already a Marvel Rivals official content creator as well. So that kind of helps. And, looking back, I've been having a lot of fun in these ASM games, particularly Dead by Daylight. So I'm still going to be playing Dead by Daylight off stream. I'm actually really excited for Marvel Rivals to come out. It's going to be a fun game I can stream a lot of, not get burnt out from it or anything like that. And then mixing it up with, the likes of Overwatch here and there. I'm not a huge Overwatch fan. I used to play Overwatch back in the day, but, just to kind of build up to Marvel Rivals coming out, I'll probably be streaming a bunch of like Overwatch games or like superhero games and stuff like that, which I think is only the smart thing to do at this point, because I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I get my regulars in, and I appreciate all you guys that come around and watch these streams who's a regular right now. You guys sit and watch me play Dead by Daylight, and the thing is, and I'm not having to go at you guys about it or anything, but I just get tired of just reading things about Texas Chainsaw Massacre this, Texas Chainsaw Massacre that, Killer Clowns this, these games suck, these games are a snooze fest, these games are broken. I get tired of reading all that, and it's understandable why you guys say that to me all the time, and I'm not having to go at you for it at all. It's not the type of environment that I want to have around this channel. I feel like we deserve better. I feel like we can enjoy streams a lot more if we play other games and better games. And like I said, I'll still play the likes of Dead by Daylight off stream and stuff like that. But honestly, there's just no real reason to stick around on these games. There's nothing for the future. I was actually hyped about TCM getting its, level cap increase, getting its in-game currency. It got Rush Week as well. I thought the gun, and I did say previously I was, quitting TCM or whatever, and I came back because, they got new developers. Gun put out a bit of a roadmap. They teased a few things as well. And I was like, okay, I can get back on board with this game and kind of play it. And, hopefully we'll get that level cap increase soon in the new in-game currency. But that just got cancelled immediately. And people, like I said, people will always just sit and judge me. People will sit there and be like, all right, you're a content creator, just play that game, have fun with it. Guys, if you're not streaming or doing content, you know, there is people out there who are devoted to TCM who will stream that game fucking 8 hours a day. And I don't know how they can do it. I personally don't have the patience for that, especially with how lackluster the updates have been, with all these little breadcrumbs and, you know, just a total disappointment of them canceling things that have been promised to the player base. But people somehow still have that type of dedication to it. And that's fine. You guys can go watch them. But I'm not the type of person that can sit there and stream that game for like 4 hours a day. I'm really not. You know, TCM's a type of game you play for like 1 or 2 hours, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys that'll sit there and say, well, you know, it's easy to stream and play that game for a certain amount of time. I guarantee you guys don't play TCM for more than like an hour or two a day, you know, if that, or, you know, in a certain session, in one session, you know. I doubt you play more than 1 or 2 hours in a session. That would be just insane if you guys are like waking up the day like, oh, what am I going to get today? Oh, I'm going to play TCM because it's got double XP, but I'm level 99. That doesn't make any sense. It's not respecting your time as a video game should, especially in 2024. You know, it's a very competitive market. I feel like most video games should be trying to grasp your time. And, you know, what Cliff Blazinski always says, and I bring it up all the time, it was a few years ago when Gears of War 3 come out, we want to design a game that you keep in your disc tray. You know, back in the day when there was just disc trays and games and people wouldn't swap their discs out. That's what developers are missing these days. That's what developers are not focused on. Like, how can we keep people playing our game? Instead, they're just flooding the game with dog shit cosmetics and, you know, random ass game modes that nobody asked for, and then somewhat decent maps as well. But even the map frequency drop on these games isn't great, especially when they don't release with a ton of maps either. And this is why ultimately I just feel like I'm done with Killer Clowns and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Evil Dead, because Evil Dead's not going to get any more content. I believe that game's never going to come back, unfortunately, as much as I'd like it to. But, you know, it's still a fun game to play. And this little worm won't sit still, will you? I'm trying to talk and you're distracting me. Yeah. Yeah, so the only light at the end of the tunnel there really for me is Marvel Rivals. And I know a lot of you guys might not be a fan of hero shooters like Overwatch or Paladins, but I personally enjoy doing that. It's a PvP game. I was sitting here talking to Sporter a little bit last night about all this, and I was talking about how, you know, I actually had a lot of success with Suicide Squad being a looter shooter. And then First Ascendant, which was also a loot shooter. The games are really good for making videos on. They're a bit tough to stream because I feel like PvE games like that are slightly repetitive to play. You know, you're replaying the same mission over and over again to get a certain drop. I feel like that's boring to watch for some people. Again, some people enjoy it. They find it a nice, relaxing time, just chilling in somebody's stream, watching the game that they enjoy watching, like that First Ascendant or whatever. So, you know, my options were kind of go with looter shooters. It wouldn't be a bad choice, but honestly, I'd prefer to have something PvP orientated, and I'm a huge Marvel fan. I've already streamed Marvel Rivals a lot, and like I said, it doesn't hurt that I'm a Marvel Rivals content creator already, which was a bit of a privilege to get, honestly. I was surprised that they chose me, being that I'm so in the horror right now, the horror genre. And yeah, you know, that game's come out in December, so we have a whole month for November. I'm going to make some, you know, build-up videos towards Marvel Rivals, and I'm just really excited, honestly, for that game to drop. And, you know, I can't really say that there's anything to look forward to the ASIM space, unfortunately. You know, and that's not my fault. That's not your guys' fault. That's just the reality that we're in right now. There's nothing to look forward to, and I just feel like the genre's fallen off, and the only saving grace from that genre is Dead by Daylight. And, you know, I could be a Dead by Daylight content creator, but I feel like I'd get burnt out on that game again. I've already got over 4,000 hours on it. It's fun playing the Halloween event. And again, that's another issue with TCM Killer Clowns. No Halloween event. Again, I mean, there's a little Halloween event in TCM, in Killer Clowns, sorry, but it's ridiculous. It is. It's like even First Descendant has a Halloween event going on, and TCM can't even manage it, really. It's just fucking pathetic. and it's just not games that I want to do content for anymore. It's so difficult. It really is. I can't sit here and, you know, make build videos or guides on either of these games. I could on Dead by Daylight, but you know, DBD's been around for such a long time that it's already got its core audience, its core content creators that people are going to go watch. People are going to go watch this person and that person. I do appreciate you guys watching me play Dead by Daylight, and I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you know, I'm just kind of over everything with the ASIM genre at this point. You know, them games communities, the lack of updates, just fucking everything. It's horrible. It's toxic. I find myself getting toxic when I talk about them as well. Like, I'm just over it. I said, when I took my 2 months off, I came back in such a different headspace. But after the shit that Gun pulled yet again, and then just not seeing Killer Clowns progress much, I'm just like, where do you even go from here with these games? How do you even continue to create content for them? It's just impossible. It really is. Anyways, I feel like I'm repeating myself, so I'm going to end the video there. I just want to do a little channel update and introduce you guys to little puppy Ash. Little Ash from Evil Dead is a silver Labrador, and he's a little worm, and I think he's getting annoyed lying on my knee. But yeah, I'm going to end the video there. Just going forward, like I said, Marvel Rivals is going to be my primary focus. That's out in December. So between now and then, I'm probably going to play games like Overwatch and stuff, at least try and build up a little bit of an audience around a hero shooter again, and then, you know, transfer that onto Marvel Rivals, hopefully. And there'll be some superhero games that I'll play as well, some Marvel games that I've wanted to stream. You know, I might stream some Deadpool here and there, just to kind of get us to the countdown of Marvel Rivals launching. And I'm just going to go full throttle on Marvel Rivals with guides and news and everything like that. And I'm sure we're going to get a lot of news. And what you doing? Yeah, we're getting all tangled up, aren't we? Yes. And so, yeah, going forward, we're just going to be looking at covering Marvel Rivals, and I'm really excited for that because I'm a huge Marvel fan. I love streaming that game. It was a lot of fun hopping on stream and playing that every day when the beta was out. Probably the most fun I've had streaming this year, honestly. And that's not to say the ASIM games weren't fun, but something resonated with me a lot more playing that game. And sticking with the PvP side of things, I can group up with you guys in the chat, which is always the enjoyable thing as well. I said the option was to go to PvE games or sticking with PvP, and I feel like PvP games are a lot more enjoyable to watch, at least, and people can get involved a lot more rather than playing the PvE games. But, you know, later on down the line, if hero shooters don't work out, if Marvel Rivals doesn't work out, I'll probably head to looter shooters and stuff and just be sort of done with this horror genre of ASIM games and things. And so, yeah, expect a few changes on the channel in the next few days. Probably change my banner around, my profile picture and everything. But yeah, I'm out. I'm totally out from these games. I'm over it. But I'm going to end the video there. Appreciate you guys sticking around and watching. And if you are open to see some more ASIM content on this channel, I'm probably not going to do it for a long time now. And, you know, it's fine if you don't want to stick with me into these other games. I'll understand. You guys can go and enjoy and hopefully play those games and have a lot of fun with other people. And yeah, I just wish you all the best. And happy Halloween, by the way. I've had people knocking at my door when I was making this video. I didn't go and answer because I'm a little Scrooge. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and I've been Pixels, my awesome viewers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.